Great Moments at Breakfast, presented by Kellogg's Rice Krispies.
Barbara, pass the Kellogg's Rice Krispies. The boys are gone. No more Rice Krispies.
We ran out of Rice Krispies.
My tears will not stop until I hear snap, crackle, pop.
My mother-in-law.
It's her 15th visit so far this year.
Oh, you know that's right. It's the Monkey and Big Show. Right after the Rice Krispies opera, you can always tune in to your friendly neighborhood, Monkey and Biggs. Here at Salutations, dear viewers. I am Monkey, joined as always by the dark elf himself, the man who hides in the dungeon, and we can only see a floating face in the darkness. It is Biggs Bigsington.
Biggs in dark mode. Without the blackface, though.
You did not go to the Rusty Cage School of Funny Photos to become a blackface connoisseur.
No, unfortunately not.
Well, Biggs, it's week 5, not day 5. Week 5 of Monkey and Biggs 365. Only 360 more to go after this. How does that feel?
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, we're zooming through this 7-year endeavor.
The 7-year itch. It'll be a 7-year dry spell for the ages. In the chat, live today, we have Roblox Miner, my brother Patchy Jones, Just Dallas, Jaden McDonald, Nenshi 2, Supreme Leader Admiral Alexander Kolchak, who said Biggs' mom.
True. We also have the Bad Gamer, Ethan McIntyre. A lot of other people with names that I don't know if I can pronounce, because it might just be a bunch of letters.
Well, we might have extra European people since we're doing this earlier than usual, Biggs. So are there any European-centric topics we should cover? Like, I don't know, nationalism, national socialism, racism, you know, all the things that Europeans are experts at.
True.
Yeah, I mean, as a Mexican, you probably have more expertise on European culture than anybody, Biggs.
Yeah, definitely. I know lots about their stuff and things. Yep.
Just another classic episode of the Monkey and Big Show. Folks, we got a lot of good stuff for you today. Okay, we're going to review One Piece chapter 1103. Biggs finally caught up and he's going to read it.
Yep. Let me get that pulled up, actually. I forgot to pull it up.
Okay, good. We're going to finish the Bigs Game Show. Oh, I know everybody's excited for that one. We had one guy who, every time we play the game show, he posts in the comments, please never play this again. It's boring. It sucks. And I can see where he's coming from, Biggs. So I promise after today, we will not play that game for the rest of the year. At least.
Yeah, that's fair. I think we can go here with we can wait till next year to play it.
Yeah, at 2024 will be when the game comes back. So for those of you who miss it, just hold on. It's only a year away.
True.
And also later in this episode.
So somebody said you're a big fat liar. It's 1102 that came out, not 1103.
Oh, my bad. Maybe I'm wrong. Take my One Piece card away. I'm a fake fan. Vegapunk looks so stupid. How dare you, Tombo? Do you know what Vegapunk looks like, Biggs?
I have no idea. I'm still trying to find
the new chapter.
Here we go.
It's tcbscans.com.
I really like their the front cover, you know, with the wolves and the hot dogs.
Okay.
That was my favorite part.
The cover story photo.
We'll dive more into that later, though, right?
Flowery wants us to talk about Big Fat Liar. You know, we did just watch that movie, Biggs. What did you think of it?
It's been so long since I saw that movie, but I thought it was all right. when I watched it initially. Like, I don't know.
This isn't
Maybe I
Izakino
was.
Biggs. People don't want to. If they want to hear us talk about a movie, it's either S. Darko or Donnie Darko. None of this big fat liar bullshit. You don't look at the two of us. If you look at us and the words big, fat, or liar come to mind, then you got your brain out of whack. You should not be
That's
thinking
true.
of any of
This
those
is not.
words.
This is not the show that correlates to anything near
No.
that.
We should make a movie called Biggs Fat Liar.
Oh.
Okay. I come up with a great idea for a YouTube channel, but then I leave it in the back of your limo one day and you find it and then you steal my idea and you make the world's greatest YouTube channel and there's
Feast
no
and Frank.
Yeah, Feast and Frank, and there's no recourse. Like there's very little I can do about it.
True.
And then
That'd
me and
be
Amanda
great.
Bynes will hide out in Hollywood and sleep with props, and that's the film.
That's the whole film.
That's
Is there
basically
any
the plot of
dialogue
Big
in
Fat
the second
Liar.
part?
No, it's a silent film. The whole thing.
It's just me monologuing in the back of the limousine for what, like an hour, and then the rest of the movie is just silent film.
No, the entire thing. And it doesn't even have the words pop up. It's just open to interpretation the whole time, what we're saying.
I feel like it'd be more artistic to have at least some dialogue in the beginning and then it transitions.
We're going for autism, not artism, Biggs.
Oh, did I mispronounce that?
No, you didn't. Biggs, here's the deal. Usually on Christmas, me and my brother go to my parents' house. But this year, they gave us the greatest gift of all. They left. My
They
parents said,
left state.
we're going on a Southwest vacation the whole week of Christmas. Christmas is canceled. Get fucked, kids. We don't want to see you. So this year, me and my poor brother Patchy, nowhere to go on Christmas. And you'll never guess
No
what
room at
happened.
the inn.
A bit of a Christmas miracle took place. You could say a jolly, bearded, obese man came in to save Christmas Day, Biggs. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Well, if he was white, this is probably a really racist story, but go on.
His name is Santa Claus, okay? He came down the chimney and came down my throat.
This is not where I thought this was going. I thought you were going to say he was of ethnic origin.
Oh, I thought you were going to
Perhaps.
say that actually Biggs invited us over to his house and me and my brother spent Christmas at Biggs's house.
That's true. There was even more scuffed parts on my end of that day. So originally I had some ideas planned out for food for the wife and I, and then we started inviting people over, and I forgot to buy more food before all the stores closed for Christmas. So it was a last minute scramble trying to find out a way to feed everyone. And lo and behold, the only place really open to feed that many people was Casey's Pizza. So we had a Casey's Pizza Christmas, and it was pretty good.
And there
What
were
do you
so many
think?
leftovers that I still have half of a sausage pizza. Biggs, part of my Christmas gift was the leftover sausage pizza that I got to take home. I got a cool Zorro figurine. A surprise he didn't buy fucking Boruto by mistake. Biggs is like that grandma who tries to buy the kid the present and gets the fucking scam by mistake. But no, he paid attention. Biggs, do you remember what I got you for Christmas that I gave you a week earlier?
Oh yeah, I got this. So have you guys seen that movie, A Christmas Story, where you go through the whole movie and they're talking about this BB gun of sorts, and then suddenly on Christmas, the big reveal for a gift that nobody cares about is a pink bunny outfit from his aunt, and that's like the whole spiel for like 20 minutes of the movie, and literally no one cares.
So, like, he was anticipating a great gift that he actually wanted, and then he was given, like, a disgusting, stupid costume that he looks ridiculous in, and everybody just kind of points and laughs at him, and it's not really a gift at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, something of equal caliber happened to me as we
What?
were at the humble Patchy abode playing some games. And Mumkey's like, Oh yeah, I got you a Christmas gift. Let me run out to the car. So I'm sitting there in anticipation,
What
expecting
were
this
you
really
hoping it
great
would
gift
be? Yeah, what did
from
you think
my
it'd be? Like 2 plane tickets to Hawaii for you and like a honeymoon for you and your
yeah,
wife?
yeah. Yeah.
Something like that.
Something awesome. And so I'm sitting there waiting, and he comes walking in with this horrible yellow creature
Hmm.
costume. Um, and it barely fits, you know. I tried it on the other day, and it's almost like a, what do they call them? What are those
Like,
shirts called that like go
uh,
halfway down
oh,
your body?
crop top?
Yeah, crop top. It's like a big yellow crop top with
It's like a
long
yellow
sleeves.
meshy parasuit fabric and it fits you like a crop top.
Yeah,
Okay. And if
and
people
I
don't know what
didn't
we're
even.
talking about, should we clarify that way back in the day, back when Mumkey and Big Show was a fucking Let's Play channel in 2014, I bought, since I was the monkey and I always wore the monkey mask, I got Biggs a costume for or did I buy it or did you buy it? Who knows? But it was the man in the yellow hat from Curious George. And it's just like some big yellow costume. And we have every part of it other than the hat. And I finally gave it back to Biggs.
Yeah, it's basically just like the cheapest yellow material you can think of. Um, just like a yellow long sleeve shirt, but then they put on like this padded um like collar that's supposed to
Hmm.
mimic his shirt. And that's all it is. It's just a big yellow shirt, but no matter how stretchy it is, it fits me like a crop top. And I didn't even bother trying the pants because I don't think I would even get one leg in it anymore.
Well, I don't think they're going to be seeing your pants region on this show at any point. So
I
really
mean,
only this
that's
shirt is
true.
needed.
That's also why I record this with no pants on. So,
We have a live chai sighting on the bed behind Biggs. Oh my
oh,
goodness.
there she is.
So one of these days, if we ever hit the vest goal, which I don't think we ever will, of $69, let's see, I think it's at about zero. We will put on our stupid costumes. So maybe one day you will see Biggs in the vest, but not today. What's going on, Chai?
Chai, you got an update on your life for them? Tell them about your the drugs that you got for Christmas. Um, my
Catnip?
brother my brother Pup got her some catnip toys, and she's been bunny kicking away at them.
Mm, good. A damaged toaster says I'm not even paying attention to the stream anymore. Homos has truly stolen the show. I think he's just trying to spell the N word in the chat the whole time, which is fine.
Fair
We
enough.
need the chat engagement, and if it's just one Hispanic kid spelling the N word, we'll take it. That's the Mumkey and Big Show motto. We'll take it.
Fair enough.
Who are we?
The
Beggars can't be choosers, Biggs.
That's well, they can be. I don't think it always works out for them though.
Hmm. Well,
But
what? I'll go
I was
ahead.
gonna say, I was gonna say, I was looking online to see if I could find a cheap replacement. Um, if not, I might just find the biggest yellow sheet I can and like cut a hole in it and wear it like a poncho, and then just cut the collar off of the costume and just kind of stitch it on. So
Maybe you can wear
maybe
that for the wheel of torture.
yeah, so maybe they'll get to see a man in the yellow hat poncho.
Whatever works. I mean, the thing being too small to fit you is also kind of funny.
That's true.
You can
I
always
mean,
keep your clothes on underneath it, hopefully.
yeah, well, my idea was if we do reach the vest goal, I would just put it on over the robe. So
Yeah, smart thinking, because we can't take off the robe until, did we say the final episode of Monkey and Big's 365?
yeah, they get the final derobed reveal.
Now, wouldn't the greatest character arc be we both become fitness health nuts? We both in 7 years' time, we're both fucking Chad, and your body shrinks down and that robe doesn't fit you anymore, but you keep wearing it every week anyway. And we get to watch like the super time lapse of 7 years of episodes, and Biggs is like shrinking into his robe. If you watch them all real quick, that's the goal, Biggs. We're both gonna be fucking 120 pounds in 7 years' time.
Maybe I'll end up going a bit too far and I'll become Obi-Wan and the rope will just like fall and go flat on the
Yes.
chair.
Like when Darth Vader swipes you and suddenly your
Yeah.
body disappears.
Yeah.
Why did that happen?
I think they just stopped having good ideas for the movies and decided let's go with
That's
this.
in the original film. That's the very first one they ever made. About
I said what I
halfway
said.
through. They ran out of good ideas by then. Why did he gets cut with the lightsaber and his entire body vanishes and his clothes just collapse.
Yep.
It's like he got
Makes perfect sense.
That's like the Left Behind thing. The what's it called? When God sends everybody or takes everybody?
The rapture?
Yeah, they got fucking raptured. Yeah. Huh.
Maybe that's what it was. That could be a new fan theory you could type up.
Tombo
Obi-Wan got raptured.
has a question for you, Biggs. Is Kuzan legitimately a loyal member of Blackbeard's crew?
How do you spell that?
No, I just want to know your opinion on it. You don't need to type anything in.
Kuzan.
He is a
One
black
Piece.
character, so you'll probably say something offensive.
Well, just by looking at this guy, I could tell he's probably never been loyal a day in his life. He's the resident sleeper.
What qualities of his appearance make you think he would not be loyal?
Just the all-white suit, you know?
He's a bit of a big fat liar.
Could be. He does look like he has a pretty wide stature.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, why is he wearing a sleep mask?
I don't know. Is he wearing a sleep mask? I'm not familiar with that. Anyway, enough One Piece talk. I know you really want to talk about One Piece, Biggs, but we need to move on to the final round of the Bigs Game Show. And before we jump into the game itself, we need to reestablish something with the stakes, Biggs. If you recall, we were talking about having some sort of bet. And
I mean, I'm down for steaks anytime if you want to grab some
hell yeah,
ribeyes and
dude.
come
We should
over.
have. If I win this game, you can buy me a steak dinner. That could be one of the stakes.
That's
But
fair.
we've done 6 of the questions. I've gotten 2 of them right.
Yeah.
So with the next 6, now that we've established I'm very bad at the game and I'm failing completely, can we be a little more reasonable with this bet here? If I get all 6 right, with my track record, I think it would be enough of a miracle to warrant Mumkey and Biggs review every volume of One Piece podcast, right? And it's very, very unlikely that it will happen. And just to be fair to you, Biggs, I'm willing to do a JoJo Bizarre Adventure punishment, and we have to establish what it would be like if I get, 3 or less or something, in this little session. And I think what I want to do is, you've heard of Mumkey and Biggs 365. Now get ready for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure 190. And every episode of this show, we would review one episode of JoJo's until we finish, and it would
Did you
take
get
us.
them all wrong?
What?
How do we unlock that?
So
If
that's
you
what I'm
don't
saying.
know-
We have to establish that, and then if I fail, we have to review every JoJo's for the next fucking 3 years or whatever.
So,
3.5,
how
4
about-
years.
If you don't get at least 3 of the next 6 right, we have to do
Okay,
JoJo.
so I have to get at least half right, and if I get them all right, we're doing One Piece. So if I get 4 or 5, we're not doing shit. That sounds pretty
True.
good.
Yeah,
No, if I get 3.
3, 4, or 5.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Or
So
no,
that seems fair to
Yeah.
me.
yeah, because I said if you don't get at least half, so you have to get at least 3 correct.
Flowey says Jimmy's doing the JoJo punishment for sure. Okay. Maybe these are easier questions this round. Big says no, they're not easier. JoJo Part 6 is a very weak part. Well, I guess I'll find that out in, 140 days? Like, what? It's going to take a little bit to get there.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, Biggs, are we ready for round 7? Do you have all your shit pulled up?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Well, this is a relevant question for the Bigs Game Show.
I thought we were done talking about this.
Well, we're jumping right back into it because question 7 is, what is the real reason Biggs refuses to read One Piece? Now, in case you're not aware, Biggs is going to read 3 answers, one that he wrote, one that his wife wrote pretending to be him, and one that ChatGPT wrote.
All right. This is A. Look, I've got nothing against it. I'm sure it's an incredible manga and anime, and
This
I
can't be
respect
Biggs.
Monkey's enthusiasm.
Nope, can't
for
be
it.
Biggs.
The real reason I haven't dived into it is the sheer time commitment. With my love for video games, board games, and spending time with friends and family, dedicating the amount of time needed to catch up on One Piece feels like a monumental task. I'm not knocking the series, it's more about balancing my interest and time. Maybe one day when life gives me a bit more breathing room, I'll set sail with Luffy and the crew.
Oh my
Until then,
fucking
I'll
God.
enjoy Monkey's passionate recaps.
This is making me cringe about liking One Piece. I hope to God that's ChatGPT.
You'd be surprised.
You're gonna set sail with Luffy and the crew.
All right, B. So the question is, what is the real reason Biggs refuses to read One Piece? Time. And for the running gag, honestly. I wholeheartedly believe One Piece is a great manga/anime, but the amount of time to catch up is horrid. I barely have time to keep up with the anime I'm currently watching, let alone all that. I've thought about watching it periodically until I eventually catch up, but I feel like it wouldn't be the commitment a show like that needs to really get into it. On top of all that, the running gag of Biggs hating One Piece is just funny.
Now, Biggs, I don't want to interrupt everybody's thought process here before we hear number C, but did you hear about the announcement? The announcement that Netflix is remaking the One Piece anime to cut out all the filler. It's all killer, all thriller, no filler.
Is this true or just some?
It's called The One Piece. And the people currently working on the Japanese One Piece anime were like, wow, I kind of feel like all of our effort is kind of pointless now because we're going to be seen as the inferior product in like 5 years.
Well, I guess my answer to that will be C. I don't believe the One Piece is real.
No!
That would be giving into the Queen's propaganda, and I'm not going to give the Brits that kind of satisfaction. I also feel that if they could possibly condense and if I could possibly condense it into any less than 900 episodes, I'd be more than willing to give it a chance.
Okay, I'm throwing that poll. Did we decide? Do I pick my answer before the poll goes live, or what are we doing, Biggs?
So you're gonna post the poll, but you're not gonna look at it while you decide, and then I'll say, okay, the poll's done, and then you can give your answer, and then you can look at the poll's results. Because you can't.
I'm posting it, and I guess I'm pretending I can't see my own computer screen.
Just to minimize it or something.
I think
the chat popped out.
No, I'm just not looking. I think B sounded pretty Biggsy to me. C was very confusing with this whole Queen shit. I don't know if that's something you would say. But it did have the One Piece is real meme, and I know that'd be too current for ChatGPT to be familiar with. I might be locking in with Biggs is B, his wife is C, and ChatGPT is A for AI. What is the poll doing, Biggs?
The poll looks like they're leaning towards B as well. We've only got 37 votes so far. What is our total views? 95 watching so far.
Oh yeah, I gotta hit that button, the viewers button. There we go, up in the corner. Everybody can see. What a time!
Wow,
how fancy. Yeah, it looks like everybody's all in on B. Biggs, what's the answer?
The answer was B.
Thank God. Oh man, so close to getting 3 correct, so we don't have to do this JoJo bullshit. What a bizarre adventure. So do you think when The One Piece comes out on Netflix and it's just like we're gonna fill every episode with 2 or 3 chapters instead of a fourth of a chapter, even that And it'll probably take them an upwards of 10 to 15 years to finish this project if they actually complete it, which maybe they will. It'll probably be huge on Netflix. But do you think you would sit down and watch that for approximately 600 episodes?
I feel like that'd be more manageable. And yeah, if there's not like tons of filler where I'm most likely to get bored, because that's like the biggest thing for a lot of anime is I just fall off once filler starts because it's like, well, if they didn't care, why should I?
Mm.
So
And there's almost something pure about you not knowing anything I'm talking about, though, because like it'll ruin the fun if I can just make stuff up and say it to you, or I can ask you if Kuzan is loyal to Blackbeard, and you can ramble about nonsense. So maybe it's better if we just keep you in the dark on One Piece.
well, now that you're telling me that you're making stuff up, maybe I have to start fact checking your
You got to see
questions.
what really happened in the story.
Yeah, I
See,
really
what's like the
care.
most ridiculous thing that actually did happen that I could say that would sound like a lie? Did you like it when Luffy, his power was revealed to be he could transform into a 1930s rubber hose cartoon, and that's his actual power? He's not just made of rubber; he's a fucking rubber hose cartoon.
Wow.
Yeah, do you believe that?
Sure. That sounds
Okay.
reasonable.
Yeah, that did happen. That's basically what happened. Next question. We gotta move on, people. Don't have all day. So me and the chat are tied at 3 each, right?
Yeah, you're 3-3.
Sanji gets so horny he almost dies. They literally solve Fishman racism by Sanji being so horny that he shoots all the blood out of his nose, anime trope style. But Oda takes that stupid trope everybody hates and incorporates it into the plot, where Sanji has had so much blood loss from seeing hot mermaids that he needs a blood transfusion from a fishman to save his life, based on a fucking like anime gag. Do you believe that happened?
Yeah, I could believe that.
It is. The Fishman Island arc is considered one of the worst, and I don't disagree. Mumkey should have to beat the chat. Well, we're tied right now, Just Why, but let's see if I can pull ahead with. Here's a good one. Oh, it's lunchtime. I hope you're all hungry for. What is Biggs's ideal meal?
All right. A. Ideal in taste or efficiency? Taste would definitely be chicken fried steak. The McGangbang, skin optional, is the true ideal meal, however. You may not like it, but that's the peak performance. That's what peak performance looks like.
The McGangbang? Can you explain what that is for basically 98% of human beings?
So the McGangbang is when you order a McDouble and a McChicken, and you take both of them and you just stack them one on top of the other, and then just eat it whole.
Now, I
But
think
I
that
think it could be even better with the skin too. So
that concept meant a lot more when we were in high school, because both of those sandwiches used to cost $1. Like you
that's
could make
true.
the McGangbang for like $2.50, and now it probably costs like $6 or $7 just to get those two fucking dollar menu items. So
Yeah,
fuck that. Fuck
it's
the
not dollar
McGangbang.
menu anymore, but you can't beat that efficiency. I mean, you're eating a full meal in one sandwich.
I mean, if you could consider all that like goy slop a meal, I guess you're right. But let's hear B.
Okay, B. That's a tough one. I have a lot of favorites. If I had to choose, I would say chicken fried steak from Bubba downtown.
God damn it.
That is hands down the best meal I've ever had, man. It comes with garlic and herb mashed red potatoes and bacon pan-seared green beans. Pair that with their appetizer of cornbread and biscuits with blackberry jam, and you gotta have, or okay, and their blackberry jam. And it says you also have to have their banana Fosters with it as a dessert.
Now, to be
That's the
clear,
S
this
tier
is
of all meals in my book. I would be there every day if it wasn't decently expensive.
yeah, and I think I might have talked over the name, but this is a restaurant in Des Moines, Iowa called Bubba, right? Have I been there with
Yeah,
you? Because I've been there a bunch of times.
yeah, that's where we went for the bachelor party. That was that restaurant.
We did?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I was thinking of my brother's bachelor party for a second. Like, wait a second. We went to not CC's fucking, what's that pizza place with the Asian pizza? Fong's Pizza?
Fong's,
Yeah, irrelevant. Okay, was that B we just heard?
Yeah,
They're
that's
both
B.
fucking chicken fried steak or whatever. Okay, let's hear the third option, which is also the same thing.
Let's see. Okay, C. My ideal meal is a symphony of flavors that hits all
God
the
damn
right
it!
notes.
Why does AI love the word symphony? They did that to Florian.
I'd start with a plate of perfectly crafted sushi, each piece a miniature work of art. Follow that up with a succulent pan-seared salmon with a side of crispy and golden brown steak tacos for that perfect blend of textures and tastes. Throw in some classic comfort with a well-executed chicken fried steak and top it all off.
You are
A hearty
kidding.
portion of steak and mashed
This
potatoes.
is fucking horrible.
For dessert, I go for something indulgent, maybe a rich chocolate cake or a classic New York cheesecake. The diversity of flavors and the balance between sophistication and comfort make it the most ultimate feast for this foodie's soul.
It forgot to say, oh, damn. It forgot to say, my friend.
Oh, damn. My contrarian friend.
So I have to imagine when you created the AI, you told it that you like chicken fried steak, Biggs. How thorough could a man be? Did you give the AI your answers to these questions? Like,
Yeah.
you did. Hey, AI, here's my answer to the question. Now answer it again pretending to be me. Like, wait, what? Son of a bitch.
I said use all this information to make your own answer based off of this answer.
Okay, I guess that is kind of brilliant, Biggs. You know, I gotta give you that. I'll throw it into the poll for the chat. Could you remind me, what is the main difference between A and B? I guess B, you described the Bubba meal very specifically, but that might be a trick from your wife, who has been there with you many a time.
So A was chicken fried steak, and then it went on to explain the McGangbang.
See, I've been to
For peak
McDonald's with you a
efficiency.
million times. I've never in my life seen you eat a McGangbang.
Yeah, you have.
No way. I've seen you eat
You
a.
definitely have.
I've seen you eat a McDouble without taking the
Pretty
paper
much-
off.
Pretty much any time that we went there to get stuff for a cursed wheel video, I got a McGangbang.
And you built it in front of me and ate it.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't take much to build it. You just stack one on top of the other and then eat it.
If you build it, Biggs will come.
A
Okay.
lot.
I'm gonna go. I do love Bubba, man. Oh, I do love that Bubba menu. I go there for the fried chicken, but chicken fried steak probably sounds just as good. They do have some good fried chicken at Bubba. I've been there with Eggy a few times as well. Maybe next time he's in town, we should all get together, get a big table of however many of us there are, 7 or so. I'm going with B for Bubba, baby. Let's do it. And what did the chat say?
The chat is going with A.
Okay.
Are we going to wait for more votes or are we calling it there?
Wow, 0% voted for C. This is the first time the chat's actually taken it seriously. There's always been like 10% for the AI.
They're in it for the end game, man.
Oh, now that there's real stakes, they want to beat my ass. I see. Because nobody's... Okay, one person voted C. That person can be mod if they say that they did it. But Biggs, chat went A, I went B. What's the answer?
The answer is A. Oof, swing and a miss for the Monkey Man, and the audience has officially pulled ahead. It's okay, you only got 4 more questions.
Oh, wait. Oh,
You
it's
only
not
need
over
2
yet.
right.
Okay, there's still more. There's still a
only need-
chance that I
you
won't
only
have to
need 2
watch
more.
JoJo. There's still a chance. Okay, question number 9. I lost our spot. Question number 9. Which 3 females would Biggs have on his celebrity hall pass? Now, I'm expecting some bullshit answers like, "Oh, I'm so loyal. I love my wife. I'm Biggs. The Lord's always watching me. I could never sully my marriage." And this is a hall pass, Biggs. I want 3 busty women's names. If I don't hear Anya Taylor-Joy, the bitch from Wednesday, somebody other on TV. If I don't hear those names, Biggs, you're canceled. So let's go.
All right. A. Oh, you're diving into the hypotheticals now, huh? Well, if I had to pick the 3 ladies for a celebrity hall pass, I'd say first and foremost, Margot Robbie. She's got that perfect blend of charm and talent that's hard to resist. Next up, Emma Stone, with her infectious personality and incredible acting skills. And of course, rounding out the trio, I'd have to go with Gal Gadot. She's got that Wonder Woman allure that's hard to ignore. Now let me make it clear, it's all in good fun, and Mrs. Biggs is the real MVP in my life.
See, that sounds like a Biggs line at the end, but the intro sounded like the AI, so I'm highly suspicious.
I don't know, could be a dark horse. All right, B. Karen Gillan, Florence Pugh, and Ellen Wong.
Read those again.
Karen Gillan.
That's wait, I gotta remember who these people are by talking about Cape shit. So Karen Gillan is the chick from Guardians, but like the evil one.
If that's what you know her from, get out of chat. She was
in Jumanji.
She was in Doctor Who as one of the companions.
Okay, well then cancel that one. What's the next
Matt
one?
Smith.
What was the other chick?
Florence Pugh.
Okay, did you see Oppenheimer, Biggs?
I did not. Although I heard there were some boobies being shown.
The biggest screen boobies in any film in history, but go ahead. And not that the boobs are big, but that the screen and the camera lens is so. But anyway, what was the last one in that one?
Ellen Wong.
Who is Ellen Wong?
She played Knives in Scott Pilgrim.
What has she done as an adult?
Probably nothing.
Okay, what's C then?
C is Ana de Armas, Sarah Gadon, and Haley Steinfeld.
Who's the middle person?
Sarah Gadon.
Who is that?
She's the lady from, was that 1883? Was that the show? I always forget the name.
And who are the other 2 in this last one? I'm sorry, I keep forgetting.
Ana de Armas and
she's
Haley
hot.
Steinfeld.
And she was in Bumblebee, right? And she's also the new Hawkeye. It can't be A. I'm gonna throw this to the chat. Start a poll. I don't know who this Helen Wong is, but somebody in the chat said that she's literally Robel, and that's a bad sign.
What was that movie called?
Meet the Robinsons. What are you trying to look up?
Oh, 11/22/63. That's what it was.
The James Franco
JFK
show. Okay, I thought you were talking about the fucking Yellowstone prequel.
No. Yeah, no, it's the JFK one that James Franco was in. Sarah was the love interest on that, the blonde chick.
Okay, I think, and I guess we don't really talk about all the hot chicks we want to bang too much, so I don't really know where Biggs is leaning here. But the B had a Doctor Who chick, and he was very passionate about her being from Doctor Who. It was probably Biggs's formative years when Karen Gillan or whatever was on Doctor Who. Biggs is probably like 16. He popped his first Woody. He said, "What's going on down here?" Doctor Who made me hard, but no, it was the Mrs. Doctor. I got to go with B for Doctor Who, Biggs. I've gone B 3 times in a row, and it's worked for me half the time.
Oh, man, did I really give myself away?
What did the chat say?
The chat also went hard into B.
Oh. Well, I guess we're all B then, Biggs.
The answer is C.
Who was the you wanna bang the chick from Bumblebee? That okay? She's pretty hot. Anna de Armas is very hot. Yeah, I mean, good picks. Did you see Blonde? The movie Blonde. Yeah, with Anna de Armas.
No, I haven't yet. Was that the action movie
It's
one?
a Marilyn Monroe biopic with lots
no,
of nudity, but it's
Well-
also nudity in a violent, depraved context most of the time. Nudity all the same, Biggs. Nudity all the same. A true
Fair
man
enough.
can't be bothered by context. Nobody saw Blonde, my dude. I saw half of it. I got kind of bored, but I got what I came for.
Literally or what? Did you have like post-net clarity and turn it off?
No, it just got bored. I was like, okay, I get what they're going for. I saw her titties. Let's go. Should we
enough.
go to number 10, Biggs? And what is the score right now? 3-2, 4-3,
3-4.
Okay.
Audience is winning with 4. But yeah, you're currently 3-6 overall, so kind of a yikes.
Yeah, and I'm one. I've gotten 2 wrong today, which means I have to get half of the remaining. No, there's only 3 left, and I have to get 3 correct to not do JoJo's. So I have to get 2 of these next 3 correct, or I'm fucked. Okay, question 10. What was Biggs's craziest moment while heavy drinking? Now, I've known a lot of overweight Hispanic men named Brandon who are into heavy drinking, and they get into all kinds of shenanigans. I was curious, what was Biggs's craziest moment? Because we know the answer for some other people. You know, what was Biggs up to back in the days of hardcore alcoholism, Biggs?
All right. A. Man, the amount of regrets I have from drinking. I would have to think one of the times I got drunk at my cousin's when I was 16. We were playing pool and listening to music and having a good time. At some point, my cousin really wanted to listen to this particular CD, so I went out to the garage, and when I opened the door, I was horrified to see a strange black man that I had never seen in my life before. He was just standing there holding the CD player, and as soon as he saw me, he dropped it and took off. That's A.
So to clarify, the question was, what was Biggs's craziest moment while heavy drinking? The answer was he was wasted at the age of 16, walked into a room and saw a black man. You're probably expecting the sentence to continue. But that's just that. Okay, that's A. What's B?
B. I wasn't conscious for my craziest moment for sure. I've been told by family during my brother's graduation that I was going on about how much I loved my cousins before stumbling into his pool, clothes on and everything. I do remember needing to replace my phone after that.
That sounds like a certified Biggs hood moment. What is C?
C. The wild tales of heavy drinking tonight, huh? One that stands out is this time we decided to host a DIY beer tasting night with friends. Things got out of hand a bit, and let's just say my attempt at giving an impromptu lecture on the art of pairing beer and board games turned into a hilarious slurred mess. I somehow managed to challenge everyone to a game of drunken Mario Kart, stumbling through rainbow roads and banana peels. It was a chaotic and laughter-filled night, and while the details are a bit fuzzy, the memories of that crazy beer-fueled escapade with friends still brings a smile to my face.
Okay.
Yeah, see, Patchy said he remembers that night.
Yeah, Patchy was there. We did have a few. We had a donation from Roblox Miner. He said, "When will you listen to the Mumkey and Biggs voicemails again?" If we did do that, I don't know if it would be easy for me to let you listen at the same time. So you'd have to like listen to the stream with a 5-second delay. But you know, we could probably figure it out. There's got to be an easy way for me to play audio on my computer that you can hear at the same time.
Yeah, I'm sure we can figure it out.
But as everybody knows, I'm pretty much brain dead when it comes to technology.
I think on like Audacity, you can play like choose the output, and you can just choose like your mic or whatever, and it would output through your mic.
Oh shit. Maybe I could. Yeah, maybe we can do that. Okay, I threw the poll into the chat. The answer to A was Biggs was 16 and saw a black man evidently stealing a CD player. B was that he fell into his cousin's pool. And C was he played some Mario Kart. I feel like I would have heard the story of Biggs falling in the pool. Maybe I didn't. I just forgot about it after all these blissful, contrarian years.
I think we actually talked about it on the show at some point.
So that's the right answer then? Yeah, you're not tricking me, Biggs. I see your fucking gambit. The thing is, though, the answer to A is hypothetically racist, and Biggs's wife knows that Biggs is a huge racist, and she might be using that to her advantage to trick us and throw some racist black guy shit in there as a trick. So A might be from Mrs. Biggs, B might be from Biggs. But do I dare go B 4 times in a row after being scorned twice, Biggs? It's a real enigma in my brain. The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma. And then you see the milk
Looks
fall
like
over.
chat's going for B. They're locking in.
Well, then I better go for A. Hope that Biggs is the racist one. I have to hedge my bets at this point if I want to beat the chat, Biggs. They might take a huge lead over me, but let's hear it.
The answer is B.
No. No.
So, to give some context on A, that was a real story. It did actually happen. I guess there's not much context to give other than I was very, very drunk, and my cousin told me to go get this particular CD. I ran out to his garage, and yeah, there was some random black guy in there holding his CD player, and as soon as he saw me, he dropped it and like crawled under the garage door and ran away.
So do I get partial credit because, it did actually happen in Biggs' life. It just wasn't his definition of the craziest moment or whatever.
I feel like dying in a pool is probably a bit crazier.
Yeah,
than
you
that.
did go BoJack mode for a little bit, it sounds like.
Literally, I like fell in the pool and sank to the bottom, and the entire party was like looking in at me.
Yeah, what do you do when Biggs sinks to the bottom of the pool drunk? Because it's not like it's easy to pull Biggs out of the pool. Like, who can help you?
Yeah.
Did you just wake up, or what the fuck? What do you do?
Like 3 people jumped in and grabbed me and like pulled me out.
And that's enough to get your arm out of the water?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enough to get my head up on the side.
Oh, like in Arlong Park when Luffy's trapped underwater and they stretch his head all the way up so he can breathe, but his body's still at the bottom of the pool.
But in other news, I got some bad news for you.
I lost the game?
You only have 2 more chances. Or no, you only have 2 chances to get these 2 right to not watch JoJo for 190 episodes.
So we're probably not going to be doing One Piece.
I'm sorry, I don't think so.
There's no chance.
Probably
Recount the possibilities here. Is there a chance I could get all of them right today?
Maybe.
It's not too late?
If you inch at least one of these out, you might get close.
Well, all I've got is an inch, so let's go for it. Question 11. Oh boy. Where's Heartsy when we need him? Which Breaking Bad character would Biggs want to trade lives with? Now, there are a lot of eligible participants in the Breaking Bad universe that Biggs would have a objectively better life as. If he became Hank, better life. If he became Walt Jr., better life. If he became Skinny Pete, instantly. I mean, it's in the name. He wouldn't be Biggs anymore. He'd be Skinny Biggs.
True.
But let's hear what the computer had to say.
All right. A. If I had to trade lives with a Breaking Bad character, it would have to be Jesse Pinkman. Sure, his life takes some dark turns, but the guy has a certain resilience and an unexpected depth that I find intriguing. Plus, he's got that edgy and rebellious vibe that adds a bit of excitement to the mundane. I'd love to experience his journey from the highs to the lows and maybe bring a touch of my own humor and laid back attitude into the mix. It's a gritty world, but there's something about Jesse's character that makes it a tempting switch for a little while.
Okay, I know that has to be AI because that's possibly the worst choice you could have. Like, I can't think of a character in fiction more tortured than Jesse. Like, even Jesus Christ had it fucking better than Jesse Pinkman. At least his crucifixion was 3 days or whatever. Like, my goodness. So I hope you did not choose to be Jesse. Let's hear the next one.
B. This might sound crazy, but I'd choose Gus. After watching Better Call Saul, I'd say my opinion on hating him did a complete 180. If all else fails, Los Pollos Hermanos would be my pride and joy to run as well.
Yeah, you're both Hispanic men who would love to run a fried chicken restaurant. We did do an episode of Monkey and Big Show promising that when we open our own fried chicken restaurant, we will give all of our fans free food. I think there was a secret phrase they had to say that I don't remember. I've Better Call Saul made me grow to hate Gus more, and maybe that's influencing my thoughts here. Maybe I'm confusing me for you. Because I thought you also hated Gus, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it did change your mind.
I'll give clarity after the fact. I don't want
Okay.
to sway answers again since I apparently made you lose the last question.
Well, it was like such an obvious. I thought you were tricking me on purpose because it was so obvious that like you're just giving the answer away.
I just didn't think it through, and
Yeah, it was like triple reverse
clarity.
psychology. I was too stupid to be smart.
Oops.
Okay, what's C?
All right, C. I would have to say Mike. Sure, his life isn't easy by any stretch, but the dude is so cool. He's basically a hitman with a lot of different skills. If I joined the underground life of crime, I for sure would want to be him. Having so many people knowing you're the guy to call when you need discreet things done would be sweet.
So all three of these characters either end up killed by Walter White or horribly tortured for years. You could have been like Elliot Schwartz, the billionaire. You could have been Gretchen sucking on Elliot's giant earlobes. But no,
thanks.
it's I want to be killed. I want to be killed, and I want to be tortured. I guess it's between B and C for me, for you. Mike is a fucking badass. Like, who doesn't want to be that capable and cool as an old man? You get to meet the guy from Grand Theft Auto and show off your cheese sandwich to him, and then he runs away like a pussy. I could see Biggs wanting to live that life, and maybe he does actually hate Gus. You know, Biggs has always been racist and homophobic. That's the big two for Gus.
I don't think you posted the.
Uh-oh. Well, I'm locking in at C before I post the poll. Let's see what the chat has to say. Maybe that will influence it somehow. But I'm going with Mike. And the poll has been posted.
Walter.
Put your penis away, Walter. Is that a good impression, Biggs? Put your
Yeah.
penis away, Walter.
Speaking of the GTA guy, what's his name? Stephen Ogg. I've been rewatching The Walking Dead, and I'm just now passing the part where they're like doing the end game stuff with Negan and friends, and he's in there. Pretty good character.
Mike shows up in the final season of the NBC sitcom Community and plays one of the few half decent characters left on that show. The chat is locked in at B, it looks like, slightly over C. So if I'm at C and the chat's at B and Biggs is making a face, it sounds like the chat's getting more points again. Let's hear it, Biggs.
The answer is B. I think you're watching JoJo.
So episode 1 next week.
Yeah. Oh my god.
You We got a lot of comments last week saying, wow, Mumkey's such a bad friend. I guess he doesn't actually know the real Biggs at all. And, I think it's really a sign of sociopathy or perhaps sociopathy that Biggs, like when he's around me, he plays a different character. And all the things I'm saying are what he says to me when we're alone. And now that we're in public, he's just playing up like he's somebody else. I think it's sociopathic.
So on the contrary, I think the issue that's happening is I think my wife just knows me too well because all of her answers are what I would say and maybe worded better as me than I would word it. And she just keeps catching you off guard.
What was your clarification on Gus?
Oh, on Gus, I would say after Better Call Saul, I probably liked him more.
I thought you had a whole thing to say about it.
I was just gonna say like all the background that they give on Gus and like all the crap he had to go through that they showed in Better Call Saul, it just made you know his coldness towards everyone make more sense. It's like, oh, he's already had to endure all this crap. No wonder why he just didn't care and started, murking people and trying to go after Walt. Like,
Well,
the
the
man
chat's
just
got my
wanted to run a
back.
business.
The chat says, Tombo says Biggs is a sociopath. Cool Name says Biggs is the real Gus. It is true. Gus does play like a fake persona in public and in private. That's kind of you. You tricked me all this time, telling me that you like Mike the best, and now I learned that it's not true.
Listen.
Let's go to the last question and end this fucking game show before I kill myself. Like, oh my god, I have to watch 190 episodes of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure now? You kidding me? Okay, final question, even though the chat already won. Oh wow, this is a big one. This is gonna be nutso. I forgot how big this one was. If Biggs had a death note, these are the first 5 names he would write. Why did I make you do 5? You had to choose 5 people to kill, Biggs, with your death note. I want to hear all 3 of these answers. Pretty bad.
All right. A. Number 1. Does the entire Indian race count? 2.
I can hear your wife's voice in that, dude.
2. Ellen DeGeneres. 3. Hillary Clinton. 4. Kevin Spacey. 5. The next guy that tries to cut me off in traffic. If I don't know his name, I'll even take the Shinigami deal.
You're gonna cut your own lifespan in half to kill the guy who cut you off in traffic.
My road rage is it's next level.
The chat just says based. I think that was about the Indians. Okay, let's hear it. Now, when you say the entire Indian race, do you mean the ones that they tried to do away with in the 1500s?
These ones?
Okay.
Oh, not that one.
Okay, gotcha. Next.
All right, B. Honestly, if I ever truly Honestly, if I ever truly had a real death note, I don't think anyone would know the people I wrote. It wouldn't be anyone directly tied to me and nobody famous or well known. That's the easiest way to get caught. You have to keep it extremely discreet. I would start with low-level, most wanted guys under a specific guideline. Murderers, rapists, abusers, that sort of thing, but those with known evidence of such. I guess I would use it more like Dexter Morgan than Light. I would do my research and make sure the people I'm writing down are truly guilty of the crimes they're being accused of. So I don't know the 5 names without research.
Okay.
And C. Whoa. Entering the Death Note realm now? Alright, let's keep this in the hypothetical zone. If I had that eerie notebook, I guess I'd aim for a bit of justice. First up, maybe some corrupt big shots in the corporate world, exploiting others for personal gain, followed by a notorious criminal causing harm to the innocent. Gotta balance the scales a bit. Toss in a corrupt politician or 2 for good measure, and then let's go with a nod to the fantasy realm, a dictator who's been oppressing their people. Finally, just for the sake of keeping it personal, maybe that guy who cut me off in traffic one too many times.
God
It's
damn
all in
it.
good. It's all in good fun, though. The Death Note is one power I wouldn't want in real life.
Okay, I'm going to throw the poll to the chat, and the chat has been taken over by people who agree with Biggs politically about a certain group of people, but they're just spamming a little bit of hatred. It is what it is, YouTube. Final question. A, B. Now, you said this is the all or nothing round, and everything else was just practice, and if I get this right, then I beat the audience.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Really? Okay, so no more JoJo's if I get this right, and we'll watch One
No,
Piece as well.
no, that's not what you said. You said
Okay.
you beat the audience.
Now, Biggs, you made the mistake. You told me that you gave your answers to the AI. So the fact that two of these answers included the guy who cut you off in traffic, and one of those was the AI at C, I have to assume that the other answer to feature the guy cutting you off has to be the correct one, which was A, I believe. And you do hate Indian people after watching Kit Boga. So I'm going with A. What did the chat say?
It looks like chat agrees with you.
Oh,
eh?
God damn it. I guess it doesn't matter anyway. I can't beat them, but is everybody correct?
The answer is. Now, do you want to change your answer?
No, I don't care.
I'll give you the classic gamble of
the
you can
Monty
choose
Hall.
you can choose to change your answer. This is your last chance to beat the audience. Are you going to go against the grain?
See, now either way, it's ultra humiliation. If the answer is A and Biggs is tricking me into choosing B only to laugh in my face when it's A anyway, that's cruel. But then also, if I be stubborn and I don't change and he's giving me the opportunity and then I fail and stay with A and it's wrong, either way, it's like suicide fuel, Biggs.
So it's like you might as well just change your answer anyways and just go with it.
Just go with C for the AI answer. No, fuck it. I'm staying A with the audience. I think you hate those Indian people.
All right. The answer is B. Now, Monkey, do you not remember all those times where you would make fun of me for watching Dexter?
Yeah, but of course your wife's gonna know that you're obsessed with fucking Dexter. It means nothing, Biggs.
She also has to ride in a car with me, so she would also know about the guy cutting me off.
But the AI was copying parts of your other answers, Biggs. Why did they both say that?
Well, you know what? Maybe I made the AI just a little too perfect.
Do you want to share the prompt that you made so that everybody at home can have their own Biggs AI at home or whatever? Or is there private shit that you'd have to delete?
There's some private stuff I'd have to get rid of, but I could try and make it without all the private information. I could probably go through and redo it and just not use names or like places.
Mm-hmm. Well, what was the final score then? What, me 3 and the audience like 5?
It was 3-6. The audience managed to round out their score for 6 and 6.
Oh my god!
You went 3 and 9.
Somebody else did point out that it's a little different with the Florian game show because he's a wacky freak of a man in general, and maybe with Biggs, Biggs is an actual human being, so maybe the answers won't be as wacky and crazy, and it's a little harder to guess. But you know what? I picked the questions. I have to reap what I sow. Biggs, I'm a bad friend. I don't know shit about you. You know more about Florian than I know about you. It is what it is, YouTube. That's the moral of the story. Just don't be friends with Mumkey if you want to be known or understood.
Well, the thing is, like I said, the other like major difference between doing Florian and me is you answered for Florian as well, and you basically, based off what you know personally of him, answered the questions. Whereas on this one, my wife answered my questions as well. So it's like she knows me way more than you know Florian. So it's like the answers were way harder to, discern between, because you picked out the AI in all of them except for one.
I think
And
I
it'd be
guessed the AI on one of my answers
yeah,
last time. That's
one
pretty
of them you
bad.
guessed AI, but other than that, you were able to pick out the AI every time. It's just a matter of which true story did Biggs actually type out, and which was the other one that his wife did. So
You know, I'm
to
kind
be
of in
fair,
I'm in the mood for revenge. I think we should play this again sometime, but your wife has to play it like the Bigs game show, and I get to trick her this time. Let's see if I can. No, I can't. I probably will not fool her one time. It's probably just another humiliation waiting to happen. What were you about to say before I cut you off with my great idea?
uh, I don't remember. What was I going to say?
Nobody
Probably
knows.
nothing important, I guess.
Yeah, we're not bringing this back until next year. Of course, I'll have to do a Jimmy or MUMKEY game show at some point. But you know, we've done this 4 episodes in a row. We could take a long fucking break, find some other gimmicks. I guess we'll be doing JoJo reviews for the next 190 weeks. Just I guess at the end of every episode, we'll just review that week's anime episode. Should be fun. Any other revelations from this episode, Biggs?
Um, I don't think so. Let's see. I was just skimming through the questions to see if there's anything I wanted to elaborate on, but I guess not really. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I just had the edge on that one because from the time that she's known me, I've also basically built an AI in her brain of who I am.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that one's a bit more accurate and human than the robot. So I don't know. I almost feel like it was a bit unfair. I feel like we should have got like a third party to do my other answers, and it would have like been closer to the Florian game. So
No, I was fine with it. I think Mrs. Biggs did a good job, and she tricked me and the audience several times. That might be it for this, not only this episode, not only this week, but this year's Mumkey and Biggs show / 365 episodes. Biggs, as we reflect back on 2023, yeah, all the great times we've had, I think you were in upwards of 9 or 10 videos this year. Go check out that Chips Challenge episode if you want to hear Biggs' wife on a video. But Biggs, you know, what do you have to say about 2023? The year's almost over.
um, 2023 was a pretty big one for me. I got married, went on another cruise. Uh, both of our parents almost died numerous
Oh
times.
my God.
Got a new apartment. Got Chai. She's nowhere. Otherwise, I would have grabbed her. But yeah, I think overall a good year though, and hopefully next one's even better.
Do you think we will actually do Mumkey and Biggs 365 every single week of 2024?
I mean, it's worked out thus far. I feel like the time that we chose to do it, I usually have nothing going on. I think the only thing that would possibly change it is if my work schedule changed, but I don't really foresee that.
Well,
So
we could do this on a Sunday at 3 a.m. if we have to, Biggs. Anytime, any day, doesn't matter. As long as it's once a
yeah,
week. I'm not super. There might be like a week or two where we have to do it like from our phone because somebody's out of town. But hey, maybe. But for this year, I have been Mumkey,
and I have been Biggs.
and I guess we'll see you guys next year for more Mumkey and Biggs 365. Take it away, Biggs.
No more Rice Krispie.
Great moments at breakfast, presented by Kellogg's Rice Krispies.
Barbara, pass the Kellogg's Rice Krispies. This boy's all gone. No more Rice Krispies. We ran out of Rice Krispies. My tears will not stop until I hear snap, crackle, pop.
My mother-in-law. It's her 15th visit so far this year.